good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome in once again to the softball field here at Milford High School, as Milford TV is once again happy to bring you coverage of Lady Hawks softball. I am Tim Coet, Rob O'Keefe also here on the coverage, and we have officially left the 2015 regular season behind. It is tournament time for spring sports here in the state of Massachusetts. And the Milford Lady Scarlet Hawks once again find themselves in the midst of the Division I South bracket, finishing up the regular season with a very impressive 17-3 record. They closed out their regular season campaign on a 10-game winning streak, really putting an exclamation point on a fine season. And as a result, they earned the number 7 seed in this Division I South bracket, and they will be taking on a very formidable opponent here this afternoon in the Patriot League's Quincy High School. Quincy coming into this first round action as the number 10 seed in this Division I South bracket, which is just absolutely loaded with incredible talent. And so really every team up and down this D1 South bracket, very, very tough. And Quincy, no exception. They finished up the regular season with an overall record of 16-4, so only one less win and one more loss than the Milford Lady Hawks. A very strong pitching staff here in Quincy, and of course they have been battle-tested playing in the Patriot League, going up against a team that Milford came to know very well in the regular season, the Silver Lake Lakers. So it's the second time Milford will face Patriot League competition in this 2015 year. Just a fascinating matchup just moments away here in Milford. We will bring you the starting lineups and the game's first pitch in this first round MIAA playoff action coming up next here on Milford TV. And we welcome you right back inside the softball field here at Milford High School, ladies and gentlemen. We're getting very close to seeing playoff action here on the softball field. 20 teams in this Division I South bracket, all very tough competitors. We've already had the preliminary round action take place in this tournament, so the playoff field has narrowed just a bit. And Oliver Ames pulling off the upset victory over Mansfield yesterday, a 2-1 victory for Oliver Ames, so they move on to the first round to take on Silver Lake. And Needham also pulling off the upset, a 3-2 victory over New Bedford. They move on to face Hopkinton in the first round. And also Weymouth earning a victory, 4-0 the final score over Dartmouth. So they move on to the first round to take on Taunton High School. Also Franklin with a 7-4 victory over Somerset Berkeley. They move on to first round action, taking on Norwood. And those are your preliminary round games now into the first round. Milford getting a bye through those preliminaries. They did have to play in the preliminary round last season, and of course we still remember that game well, an epic matchup with Franklin High School. Franklin able to edge Milford by a single run in the end in that game despite a great comeback, but it's been a different season this year for Milford softball, right back to the dominant play that we've seen out of this team over the last decade with those 17 regular season wins. One of the top 3 records in all of the Hockomock League. They won the Davenport Division for the second straight season and ready to take on this very tough Quincy High School team. So without further ado, let's get to the starting lineups. First for the visiting Quincy Presidents, it is Alicia Walker who leads it off and plays second base with Angela McDonald, the third baseman, batting second. Saxon Bresnahan, the very talented starting pitcher for Quincy, bats third, with Angelina Avatable, the catcher, batting fourth. Nicole Jorgensen plays first base and bats fifth, with Madison Synan, the designated player, batting sixth. Emma Kelly is the center fielder, batting seventh, with Dana Varmamudi, the left fielder, batting eighth. And in the 9th spot is the right fielder, Kate McGahee. Flexed out of the lineup and only playing defensively for Quincy is their shortstop, Emma Kimmel. And for the Milford Lady Hawks, their lineup looks like this. Leading it off is the left fielder, Kate Irwin, with Emily Pierre-Gustavo in the lineup, batting second and playing second. Taylor LeBrun bats third and catches, with Allie Pierre-Gustavo, the first baseman, in the cleanup spot. Maggie Farrell plays right field and bats fifth, with Jill Powers, the shortstop, batting sixth. Caitlin DeCapua, the third baseman, bats seventh, with Megan Jakes, the designated player, batting eighth. And in the 9th spot is today's center fielder, Jenny Levine. Sydney Pounds has been battling illness over the last couple of weeks. She is not in the lineup for today's game, so Kate Irwin, the freshman, injected into the starting lineup, playing in left. Jenny Levine sliding over to center field from her usual left field perch But this team is primed and ready to go. Perfect conditions for softball here in Milford. And Allie Atherton, the starting pitcher for Milford, deals in a called strike one. And playoff softball is underway here in Milford. Atherton's 0-1 pitch. That one skips to the backstop, and the count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. Allie Atherton in her sophomore season with this Milford softball team. Another excellent year in the pitcher circle. Atherton starting 13 games over the course of the regular season as she deals in strike 2. Ahead in the count, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Atherton finishing up the regular season with a 10-2 record and a minuscule 1.45 ERA. She's ready with her 1-2 pitch, and it is swung on and missed. Atherton opening the game strong, striking out Alicia Walker. 1 down now for Angela McDonald. Atherton with 62 strikeouts in the regular season. You can make it 63 Ks overall on the year. 19 walks for Atherton. She allowed 27 runs on the year. Only 18 of those were earned runs. Pitched 86 2/3 innings. And delivers strike 1 to Angela McDonald. Atherton staring into her battery mate, Taylor LeBrun. Now the 0-1 pitch. That misses, evening up the count. You really do not get much more dominant than how the Scarlet Hawks team closed out the regular season. 10 straight wins to finish up their regular season campaign. Here's the 1-1 pitch. It's low. Tried to check the swing and did. 2 balls and 1 strike with 1 out and the bases empty. Here now is the 2-1. This is hit in the air out to center field. Well hit. Jenny Levine going back. And that is over the center field fence, straight away center field. And it is a 1-out solo home run for Angela McDonald. And just like that, Quincy is able to take the first lead of the game, up 1-0. And the Lady Presidents pumped up, getting a home run in their second batter of the game. And as strong a season as Allie Atherton has had, it has been this first inning that has at times plagued Atherton in terms of allowing runs. This is now the 8th time in now Atherton's 14 starts on the year that she has allowed at least 1 run in the first inning. But usually once she's able to escape this first frame, she is very strong for the remainder of the game. She's able to rebound quickly, getting that ground out to shortstop from her counterpart, Saxon Bresnahan. So there are 2 outs now in the inning. And now here is Angelina Avatable, the catcher, stepping in on the right side. And she sends a hard line drive fair past the third base bag, rolling into foul ground. Hesitating a bit as she rounded first base was Avatable, but she is still able to cruise into second base with a 2-out stand-up double. Two extra base hits in the inning now for Quincy. And a chance now for Nicole Jorgensen, the first baseman. Nicole Jorgensen finishing up the regular season with the highest batting average on this Quincy team, .529 through the regular season. 3 players in this Quincy lineup with 500-plus batting averages in the regular season. Jorgensen is one of them, Madison Synan, and also Saxon Bresnahan, the other 2. So this is a team with some power hitters combined with an excellent starting pitcher who will already have a lead to work with. When she takes to the circle in the bottom half of this inning, Quincy looking to build upon that one-run lead. As Nicole Jorgensen takes the first pitch of the at-bat high for ball one. Atherton looking to end this inning right here, but falls behind in the count 2-0. Defensively for Milford, it's Taylor LeBrun behind the plate with Caitlin DeCapua at third, Jill Powers at short, Emily Pierre-Gustavo at second, and Allie Pierre-Gustavo at first. As the count now goes to 3 balls and no strikes, left to right in the outfield for Milford, it is Kate Irwin, Jenny Levine, and Maggie Farrell. Here's the 3-0 pitch. It's not close, a 4-pitch walk. And you could see Allie Atherton taking a very conservative approach with the hot-hitting Jorgensen with first base open and 2 outs in the inning. Possibly a situation where you had an intentional walk, but it puts runners now at first and second base with 2 outs in the inning for now Madison Synan. Here's the first pitch, and that misses. 5 straight now out of the strike zone for Atherton. Synan an even .500 batting average in the regular season. Here's the 1-0. Close, but that misses low. 2 balls and no strikes. And timeout now is called, and Coach DeVito will head out to the circle trying to calm the nerves. This first game in 2015 in the playoffs for Milford. And it really is a brand new season despite all that Milford was able to accomplish and all the confidence they played with in the regular season. You never quite know how a team is going to react when they get into the playoffs until the postseason officially arrives. Milford trailing in this game already by a score of 1-0. Two balls and no strikes, the count on Synan. Ready now to see another pitch. Here it is. And that pitch high. A tight strike zone here early on. And another 3-0 count. That is now 7 straight balls out of the hand of Allie Atherton. Here is the 3-0 pitch, and that is in for a called strike. Nicole Jorgensen is the runner at first base. It's Lucia Buzzle, a courtesy runner at second base for Avatable. Here's the 3-1 offering. It is up and away for ball 4. Back-to-back walks for Atherton, and it is now a bases-loaded opportunity for the Quincy Presidents. Two extra base hits and now 2 walks in the inning for Atherton. And now Emma Kelly at the plate with the bases full, and the first pitch not close for ball 1. It's been a grind of an inning so far for Atherton, and a chance for Quincy to really cash in if they can get a hit here. Here's the 1-0 pitch, and that's a called strike. A borderline pitch on the outside edge going Atherton's way. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. And a Quincy runner at every base. And a swing and a miss, a very late cut by Kelly. And Atherton now 1 strike away from bringing an end to this top of the first inning. The 1-2 pitch, and it's in the dirt. It kicks away from LeBrun. Here comes a run to the plate. And sliding in to score is Buzzle with the second Quincy run of the inning. They now lead 2-0. So a wild pitch on the 1-2 count for Atherton. Another run comes in to score, and now a quick 2-0 lead for the visitors. A 2-2 pitch now on the way, and it's swung on and missed for strike 3. The inning is over. 2 strikeouts in the inning for Atherton, but 2 runs put on the scoreboard by Quincy. And half an inning in the books. It is already a 2-0 lead for the visitors. The Lady Hawks will take their first swings of the game when we come back next here on Milford TV. Not exactly the start to this playoff game that Milford was hoping for, as they allow 2 runs to Quincy on 2 hits in the top of the first inning. Also 2 walks in the inning, opening the door for the rally. And so the Lady Hawks will look to answer right back, as they will bring Kate Irwin, Emily Pierre-Gustavo, and Taylor LeBrun to the plate in the bottom of the first inning against Saxon Bresnahan, the very talented right-handed starter for the Quincy Lady Presidents. And Irwin with a bunt attempt on the first pitch, and she sends it foul up against the backstop for strike 1. This Milford offense with 2 freshmen in the top 2 spots in the lineup, as it's another bunt attempt for Irwin. This one bunted out of play. So Irwin unable to get it down on the first 2 attempts. Quincy in very tight on the corners. Here's the 0-2 pitch, and it's up high. Kate Irwin batting .400 on the season in somewhat limited at-bats. She made 24 plate appearances in the regular season, and a called strike 3. Irwin down by way of the K for the first out in the home half of the first. Defensively for Quincy, it's Angelina Avitable behind the plate, with Angela McDonald at third, Emma Kimball at short, Alicia Walker at second, and Nicole Jorgensen at first. As Emily Pierre-Gustavo takes a called strike 1. Left to right in the outfield, it's Dana Varmamoody, Emma Kelly, and Kate McGahee. Behind Saxon Bresnahan, ready to deal an 0-1 pitch, and it's fouled straight back. And the count quickly goes to 0-2. Very nice to see Emily Pierre-Gustavo back in the lineup after that very scary moment in the last game we covered against Silver Lake. She swings and misses at this pitch. It gets away, kicks into foul ground. And reaching at first base is Pierre-Gustavo. So Bresnahan able to get her second strikeout in a row to open this bottom of the first inning, but Pierre-Gustavo able to reach as the ball got away from the catcher. So it puts a runner on base ahead of Taylor LeBrun, the captain. And the first pitch hit hard to the backstop. LeBrun just a little bit late on that cut. Angela McDonald, the third baseman, playing in tight against Taylor LeBrun. Here's the 0-1 pitch, and that's in for a called strike 2. A lot of strikes out of Bresnahan in this bottom of the first inning. A 0-2 count on LeBrun with 2 outs and a runner at first. Here's the pitch. That's high. 1 out in the inning, check that. 1 out and a runner at first base. Taylor LeBrun finishing up the regular season with a .479 batting average, takes a swing at a high inside pitch, and she is the third strikeout victim in the inning. So an opportunity now for Saxon Bresnahan to pull off a 4 strikeout inning. Again, Emily Pierre-Gustavo reaching on a strikeout earlier in the frame. She remains at first base now with 2 outs, so it's been a 3 strikeout inning so far. Allie Pierre-Gustavo, meanwhile, fouling the first pitch up and over the backstop. Allie Pierre-Gustavo, a .507 batting average, which was good for second in all of the Hockomock League. Takes a look at a called strike at the knees. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs in the inning, and Emily Pierre-Gustavo still at first base. Here's the pitch, and this is a high fly ball out to left field. Will it stay fair? It is a foul ball. That had home run distance, but just to the left of the foul pole down the left field line. Shades of Carlton Fisk, but that one not staying fair. And it remains an 0-2 count. Setting up inside for the pitch against Pierre-Gustavo. This one popped up foul. It will make its way out of play. And Pierre-Gustavo putting on a tough at bat. Power versus power in the strong right arm of Bresnahan against the power bat of Allie Pierre-Gustavo. Another 0-2 pitch, and this one to the opposite field, out into shallow right, but it kicks foul. And the at-bat continues. A couple of close calls here off the bat of Pierre-Gustavo. A long fly ball down the left field line. That one just unable to stay fair down the right field line. And we will see another pitch. But first, the home plate umpire granting timeout. Quincy's head coach is Greg Summers. Milford, of course, their head coach, Steve DeVito. Another 0-2 pitch, and this is a high fly ball out to left field deep to the track, but making the catch is Dana Varmamoody. A very good at bat for Pierre-Gustavo, but getting under that one just a bit too much. Just shy of the left field fence, Varmamoody makes the catch for the out. That ends the inning. Milford leaves a runner aboard, and after one full inning of play, it is a 2-0 lead for the Quincy Lady Presidents here on coverage of Milford High School athletics on Milford TV. Top of inning number 2 from Milford High School. Allie Atherton back out in the pitching circle looking to settle things down. She will face batters 8, 9, and 1 in the Quincy order. Dana Varmamoody, the left fielder, leading it off, and she sends a sharp line drive foul up over the batting cages down the left field line. Some quick bats in this Quincy lineup. Atherton ready with an 0-1 pitch. It's swung on and missed. Again, Quincy playing in the Patriot League, finishing up the regular season at 16-4. Here's the 0-2 pitch. It's outside. Varmamoody doesn't chase. Half of Quincy's losses came to the number 2 seed in this bracket, the Silver Lake Lakers, a 12-0 loss, as well as a 7-0 loss as this pitch is hit on the ground to shortstop, fielded by Jill Powers, and a quick throw over to first base gets Varmamoody by a running step. Quincy's other 2 losses on the season, a 2-1 defeat at the hands of Archbishop Williams High School, and also losing the final game of the regular season to Whitman-Hanson by a final score of 3-1. Whitman-Hanson also in this D1 South bracket. Atherton's first pitch into the number 9 hitter, Kate McGahee, is low for a ball. That one just nicking the bottom of the strike zone. 1 ball and 1 strike the count. These two teams really very evenly matched. You look up and down their season stats, very similar numbers. Here's the 1-1 pitch. It's hit foul. Quincy scoring a total of 113 runs on the regular season, good for a 5.7 runs per game average. Milford a bit better than that, scoring a total of 196 runs on the season. That is a 9.8 runs per game average. Here's the 1-2 pitch, and in for a called strike 3. That's the third K in the game now for Atherton. And a better start to this frame. She's gotten the first 2 outs quickly. And now back up to the top spot in the lineup, Alicia Walker, who struck out swinging last inning. And the first pitch, a rising fastball for strike 1. Walker late on the swing. Now an 0-1 pitch, and this is a line drive. It's going to take a hop at shortstop. It'll take a quick throw from Jill Powers, but too much speed for Walker, and she will reach on the infield single. That was just a little floater to the left side of the infield. It got past DeCapua and Atherton. Jill Powers doing all she could to make the quick field and throw, but just could not get it there in time. It's the third Quincy hit. And a chance for Angela McDonald to take an at-bat here in the second inning with a runner aboard and 2 outs. McDonald blasting a solo home run over the straightaway center field fence in her first at-bat to give Quincy their first run. This pitch low for a ball. 2-0 the count. Walker at first base with 2 down. Atherton into the windup. Here's the pitch. A called strike. This Milford team did not allow more than 3 runs in a game over their final 11 games of the regular season. Here's the 2-1 pitch. This is a fly ball that's going to drop in front of Maggie Farrell. Trying to go first to third is Alicia Walker, and she's going to get in there safely. The throw was there in time, but it was a little bit off the mark, and it gave Walker a chance to slide in safely. So already the second hit of the game for Angela McDonald. She ends up with the long single, but runners at the corners now for Quincy for the number 3 hitter, Saxon Bresnahan. The first pitch low and inside. Atherton quickly getting the first 2 outs in this inning, but an infield single and a single to right, giving Quincy another run-scoring opportunity. Here's a 1-0 pitch, a ground ball underneath the glove of the third baseman DeCapua. It skips out into left field, and in from third base comes Alicia Walker with the third Quincy run. The top of this lineup getting it done, 3 straight singles. And Quincy able to take a 3-0 lead. McDonald able to move down to second base. Alexandra McPherson, the courtesy runner at first base for the pitcher Bresnahan. And now here is Angelina Avatable, who doubled and scored last inning. She ended up coming in to score on a wild pitch by Atherton. Atherton a deep breath before dealing with Avatable. The first pitch in for strike one. With the tough pitching of Saxon Bresnahan, Milford cannot afford to dig themselves too deep a hole here early on. Here's an 0-1 pitch, and it's a high fly ball out to left field, but that one twists foul. Landing well into foul territory. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 on. A run home already in the inning for Quincy. Atherton communicating with her fielders before sending this next pitch to the plate. A lot of chatter rising up from the first base dugout. Here now is the 0-2 pitch. Atherton taking something off that one. Delivers it outside. Avatable does not chase, and the count goes to 1-2. The runner's perched at first and second base. And this one is hit on the ground, foul past third base. That one getting underneath the glove of Caitlin DeCapua, but fortunately for Milford, that ball kicks foul. And it remains a 1-ball, 2-strike count to lengthy innings for Atherton on the inside the pitcher's circle to start this game. Here's the 1-2. It's outside. Atherton ready in the circle. Avatable ready at the plate. The 2-2 pitch is in for a called strike 3. Avatable does not agree. It's another strikeout in the game, 4 now in all for Atherton. And Milford able to escape the inning without any more damage done, but Quincy does score another run. And after an inning and a half, it's now a 3-0 lead for the visitors as we bring you coverage of playoff softball here on Milford TV. Maggie Farrell will get it started for the Milford offense here in the bottom of the second inning. Quincy accumulating 3 runs on 5 hits through the first 2 innings. And Saxon Bresnahan delivers a called strike 1 into Farrell. Maggie Farrell, of course, part of the tandem that brought Milford back from the brink of defeat twice against Silver Lake High School in one of the most exciting games this team has played in recent memory. Milford ultimately defeating Silver Lake in 11 innings. Maggie Farrell with a huge 2-run home run in that game in the bottom of the 9th inning, with Milford trailing 3-1. Up there now with a count of 1 ball and 2 strikes. This pitch down in the dirt. Overall on the season, Maggie Farrell batting .386, but she really came on strong in the second half of the season. Just bringing further depth to this lineup. Taylor LeBrun, Ali Pierre Gustavo, and Maggie Farrell turning into quite a dynamic trio of hitters in the middle of this lineup. It's a 2-ball, 2-strike count to Farrell, the first batter of this bottom of the second inning. Here's the pitch, and it's swung on and missed. Four early Ks in the game for Bresnahan. Milford looking to get their first hit. as Jill Powers swings at the first pitch, lifts it in the air out to left field underneath, and making the catch is Dana Varmamudi. And very quickly, there are 2 outs in this inning. That leaves it up to Caitlin DeCapua, the third baseman. Caitlin, a .359 batting average through the regular season, a .406 on base. 13 runs batted in for the sophomore, who sends a line drive to the backstop for strike 1. Bresnahan takes the sign from Avatable. Her pitch misses for a ball that evens the count at 1-1. Should the inning continue, Megan Jakes would have a chance to come to the plate. The next pitch popped up. A foul ball that brings the count to 1-2 with 2 outs and the bases empty. DeCapua ready. Bresnahan's next pitch is swung on and missed. Again, a Milford batter going after that rising inside fastball. 2 more strikeouts in the inning. That's now 5 Ks through the first 2 innings for Saxon Bresnahan, who has it going on early. We're through 2 full innings now from Milford. It remains a 3-0 lead for Quincy here on coverage of Milford High School softball on Milford TV. Top of the 3rd inning, Quincy bringing up batters 5, 6, and 7 against Allie Atherton. Nicole Jorgensen will lead it off. The first pitch of the inning is off the end of the bat, foul and out of play behind the first base dugout. Jorgensen worked one of 2 straight walks against Atherton in the first inning. That put a runner at third base that was ultimately able to come around to score on a wild pitch. The 0-1 is swung on and missed. Atherton, a real up and down outing so far. She's had some good swing and miss stuff at times, but she has given up 5 hits through the first 2. This one shot on the ground to the right side, played by Allie Pierre Gustavo, and she wins the foot race to the bag for out number 1. So Atherton able to get Jorgensen, the leadoff batter. Now here is Madison Synan. Atherton's first pitch of the at-bat is sprayed foul. Quincy's school colors, red, white, and blue, which just seems natural with a mascot like the Presidents. One of the more unusual mascot names we've heard around Massachusetts high school athletics, as Atherton delivers in a called strike 2. Quincy, a Patriot League team. Milford teams getting a steady diet of the Patriot League here in the playoffs. The Milford baseball team will take on the Patriot League's Middleborough High School in their first round playoff game on Friday of this week. That is a game that we will also be covering for Milford TV, so you can expect that here on the educational channel very soon, also streaming on YouTube. 1 ball, 2 strikes with 1 out in the inning. The next pitch outside. Synan thought about it, but was able to hold up on a swing. And she sees the count even up at 2-2. The next pitch swung on and missed. Each pitcher now with 5 strikeouts in the game. We've seen the strikeout numbers at times really vary for Allie Atherton. In that 11-inning game against Silver Lake, she only had 2 strikeouts. Pitch to contact, did so comfortably as this pitch is bunted foul down the third base line off the bat of Emma Kelly. Nothing in 1 the count. Kelly struck out swinging to conclude the first inning, drops this bunt down, fielded by DeCapua. Her throw to first base is there in time. You had a quartet of Milford fielders converging on that bunt. It looked like it was going to be LeBrun who had the easiest play, but DeCapua took charge, and a good strong throw got to first base in time, so just what the doctor ordered for Milford. A 1-2-3 top of the third inning. We head to the home half of the frame. It remains 3-0 Quincy here on coverage of playoff softball on Milford TV. 3 runs, 5 hits, no errors for Quincy. No runs, no hits, and no errors for the Lady Hawks. Just a single base runner to show for their first 2 innings. And it will be 8-9-1. Megan Jakes, Jenny Levine, and Kate Irwin here in the bottom of the third. Jake sending the first pitch of the inning foul off to the right for strike 1. That pitch high, evening the count. Saxon Bresnahan has been in full control early on. Here's the 1-1, a swing and a miss. Jake's just a little bit late, and she falls behind in the count 1-2. Next pitch, Bresnahan taking something off that one, and it floats outside and high. 2 balls and 2 strikes the count. The Milford bench doing their part to try to initiate a rally. Here's the 2-2 pitch in on the hands. It's grounded to shortstop. A good charge put in by Emma Kimmel, and a good throw to first base retires Jakes for the first out. Emma Kimmel with pretty large brace on the left knee, but still showing good mobility out there at shortstop. Here now is Jenny Levine looking to bunt on the first pitch, pops it up foul and out of play. Jenny Levine getting a chance to play center field in the game today in the absence of Sydney Pounds. Here's the 0-1 and a late swing on a high pitch. No balls and 2 strikes. The top of the Milford lineup waiting on deck. Here's the 0-2 and an off-speed pitch just a little bit high. Not missing by much. Levine gets another chance. And the 1-2 missing outside. That one much more of a clear-cut ball. And the count now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Levine right back in the box. And nearly identical to the previous pitch that was called ball 2, but this one a called strike 3. And 2 quick outs here in the third inning. So first time through the lineup, Saxon Bresnahan strikes out 6 of the 9 Milford batters. And we'll see if the team can make any adjustments now. The second time through here is Kate Irwin. She drops a bunt down. A nice one towards second base, and it will go as a bunt single. A perfect bunt by Kate Irwin, getting it past the pitcher circle, forcing the second baseman Alicia Walker to make the play, and too much speed for Kate Irwin, and that is how Milford is able to collect their first hit of the game. So a runner at first base ahead of Emily Pierre-Gustavo. The only other Milford batter to reach base in the game. She did so on a strikeout. The ball getting away from the catcher, and Pierre-Gustavo able to make it to first base safely. Kate Irwin takes off as this pitch is popped up foul and out of play. The count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. Milford trailing in this game 3-0, looking for a potential 2-out rally here in the third. Here's the pitch, and late on the swing, Pierre-Gustavo sends it foul. Now 1 ball and 2 strikes the count. Bresnahan looking to end the inning after allowing the 2-out bunt single. She readies for the 1-2 pitch. The runner takes off, the pitch a ball, the throw down to second base. And it is not in time, a theft of second for Kate Irwin. And a runner now in scoring position. Two balls, 2 strikes with 2 outs. The next pitch to Emily Pierre-Gustavo is popped up. Playable and foul ground about midway down the third base line. The catch made by Angela McDonald for the out that ends the inning. So Milford getting a little something going with 2 outs, but they cannot score. 3 innings in the books from Milford. And it is a 3-0 lead for Quincy High School over the Lady Hawks here on coverage of Milford High Athletics on Milford TV. Dana Varmamudi, the left fielder, to lead it off for the Lady Presidents, who continue to lead this game by a score of 3-0. And first pitch swinging, Varmamudi sends one into the gap in left center field. That rolls to the fence, and it will be extra bases as Varmamudi pulls up at second base. A leadoff double for Varmamudi. In scoring position now for the number 9 hitter, Kate McGahee, who struck out looking in her first at bat. And a bunt attempt fielded quickly by DeCapua at third. She's able to get the out at first base. But credit McGahee with the sacrifice, as Varmamudi is able to move up to third now with only 1 out. And once again, Allie Atherton will have to face the top of this Quincy order, which has been very good so far today, particularly the last time through. Alicia Walker, Angela McDonald, and Saxon Bresnahan with 3 straight singles against Atherton. That ultimately produced their 3rd run of the game. Alicia Walker up now. She sends the first pitch foul for a strike. Walker 1 for 2. Does have a run scored. Here's the 0-1, another foul ball. Atherton has 5 strikeouts in the game. She'd like to get number 6 right here to freeze that runner at third. Atherton's 0-2 pitch, and it's a line drive out to left field. That gets down for a hit. Scoring easily from third base is Dana Varmamudi. An RBI single for Alicia Walker. And it's now a 4-0 lead for Quincy. And it looks like we will see a pitching change here on the Milford side, as Kelly Reichert comes out of the dugout. Atherton will head to the bench, not at all the day that she had hoped for, pitching so well throughout the regular season, but she will give way here after 3 1/3 innings, allowing 4 runs, and Kelly Reichert will take over in relief. So she will make some warm-up tosses. We'll step aside momentarily. More here in the top of the 4th inning when we return, with Quincy now up 4-0 over Milford here on coverage of Milford High Athletics on Milford TV. Kelly Reichert now the second pitcher of the day used for Milford. She delivers a first pitch ball into Angela McDonald, the third baseman. And now this pitch driven in the air out to straightaway center field, but it stays in the yard and making the catch. Pretty deep out there in center field was Jenny Levine for the second out of the inning. Angela McDonald making a bid for her second home run of the day in virtually the same real estate that she hit her first, but this ball not with the same distance. 2 away now in the top of the 4th. Quincy with a runner at first base. That's Alicia Walker. The batter at the plate, Saxon Bresnahan, now with a 4-run lead to work with in the pitcher's circle, looking to help her own cause here as she comes to the plate with 2 outs in the top of the 4th. Swings and misses. Allie Atherton pitching the first 3 1/3 innings of this game. She allowed 4 runs on 7 hits. She walked 2 and struck out 5. She is still responsible for the runner at first base. As this ball is chopped on the ground into the pitcher's circle, throws to first and is able to get the final out of the inning, so no further damage done. But we head to the bottom of the 4th inning. Milford with some work to do. They trail in this game by a score of 4-0 as we bring you coverage of playoff softball here on Milford TV. Milford in need of some offense. They've got the big bats coming up here in the bottom of the 4th. Taylor LeBrun, Allie Pierre Gustavo, and Maggie Farrell. Facing the right-handed throwing Saxon Bresnahan. She fires in strike 1 to Taylor LeBrun, who struck out swinging in the first inning. Bresnahan striking out the first 3 batters of the game. She has 6 strikeouts through the first 3 frames. Delivers that pitch wide of the plate. Ended up rolling to the backstop. Bit of a cool breeze blowing through the field now, but just a very light breeze. It's been a comfortable day. We, of course, faced some unseasonably cool temperatures to start off this week, but things have rebounded. 64 degrees here at field level right now as Saxon Bresnahan falls behind now in the count. 3 balls and 1 strike. A rare 3-ball count for Bresnahan. LeBrun a chance to be patient. She swings away at that 3-1 pitch. Bresnahan able to get it past the bat, and that fills the count. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Here is the payoff pitch, up and out of the zone, but LeBrun chases. It would have been ball 4, instead a swinging strike 3 and strikeout number 7 for Saxon Bresnahan. Receiving some information about Bresnahan from head coach Greg Summers prior to the game. As the first pitch into Ali Pierre-Gustavo bounces for ball 1. Bresnahan a 1.49 ERA, 281 strikeouts. Unbelievable numbers over the course of her high school career. 11 shutouts, 4 no-hitters, and 2 perfect games. As that pitch evens up the count at 1-1. And in one of those perfect games, Bresnahan striking out all 21 batters she faced. Flat out domination out of the righty. Here's her 1-1 pitch. It's lifted in the air, not deep. Not quite to the edge of the infield dirt. The second baseman, Alicia Walker, makes the catch. 2 up and 2 down for Milford here in the 4th. Unable to generate any kind of response so far offensively. Ali Pierre-Gustavo had put on really the toughest at bat we've seen so far today back in the first inning. Narrowly missing a home run on a ball that went foul down the left field line, before finally flying out to left. But going much quieter here in the 4th inning for out number 2, and now it's up to Maggie Farrell. Farrell takes a pitch high. The count evens at a ball and a strike. Farrell, a strikeout victim in her only previous plate appearance. She gets into this one, hits it out towards left center field and deep to the fence, and that one's going to bounce up against the fence and be extra bases for Farrell. She pulls up at second with a 2-out double. Really not much wind at all at the field today to help boost that fly ball. It ended up dying just shy of the fence. The first ball to reach the outfield for Milford today against Saxon Bresnahan. Farrell now at second base. And a chance for Jill Powers to bat with a runner in scoring position. She swings away at the first pitch, lifts it out to second base. Walker makes the catch. And just as quickly as the rally began, it comes to an end as Powers pops out for the final out here in the bottom of the 4th inning. We have played 4 full innings now from Milford High School, and it remains a 4-0 score in favor of Quincy High School as we bring you coverage of the Milford Lady Hawks here in the MIAA Division I South Tournament here on Milford TV. Kelly Reichert now starting off a fresh inning as she continues to pitch in relief. Delivers strike 1 against the cleanup hitter, Angelina Avatable, who is 1 for 2 with a double and a strikeout, also a run scored. She pops one up here, shallow on the infield. DeCapua calls off Powers to make the catch for the first out. Getting into the later stages of this game now, Quincy looking for the upset on the day. The 10th seeded Quincy Presidents taking on the 7th seeded Milford Scarlet Hawks. And it's really been all Quincy so far today. Collecting 4 runs through the first 4 innings on 7 hits. Milford shutout on the scoreboard, just 2 hits, a bunt single for Kate Irwin, and that 2-out double we saw last inning from Maggie Farrell, but unable to string anything together. Now it is Nicole Jorgensen. She taps a pitch foul Reichert's next pitch, and that's in for a called strike 3. It's the first strikeout for Kelly Reichert since entering the game. It is the 6th strikeout for Milford pitching. 2 up and 2 down for Quincy here in the 5th, and now here is Madison Synan, who walked in the first inning. She struck out swinging in the 3rd. Takes a look at a called strike 1. And that pitch just misses, evening the count at a ball and a strike. Kelly Reichert appearing in 11 games in the regular season, started 8 games, and pitched extremely well. A .56 ERA. She pitched 50 1/3 innings, allowed 34 hits, 11 runs, only 4 of those runs were earned. She only walked 5, struck out 32 batters. Really excellent numbers. But this pitch hit solidly out to left field. It drops in front of Kate Irwin for a 2-out single off the bat of Madison Synan. It's the first hit allowed by Kelly Reichert since entering the game. The 8th hit overall for Quincy. Milford plays in tight at the corners for Emma Kelly, who is 0 for 2. And Kelly takes a pitch on the inside edge for strike 1. And this pitch popped up in foul territory, but that one well out of play. Excellent attendance at this game today. Many fans taking in the game, lining the right field line out of play. And a lot of fans here behind the plate as well, some even taking in the game from beyond the outfield fence. Easily the best attended game of the year here at the Milford softball field. Fans wanting a chance to see this team once again in the playoffs. Here's a 1-2 pitch from Reichert, and it's swung on and missed. Kelly down by way of the K. 2 strikeouts in the inning for Kelly Reichert, and Quincy strands a runner at first base. We head to the bottom of the 5th inning. It remains Quincy 4 and Milford 0. You're watching coverage of Lady Hawks softball in the 2015 MIAA tournament, and it's right here on Milford TV. The Lady Hawks bringing the bottom third of their lineup to the plate here in the bottom of the 5th inning against Saxon Bresnahan, who has limited the powerful Milford offense to just 2 hits through the first 4. The pitch misses up and away. 2 balls and no strikes the count to Caitlin DeCapua, who became a no-hitter killer in the regular season. Twice during the regular season, she broke up no-hit bids in the 6th inning. Once for Kaylee McGain of King Philip earlier in the season in a game that Milford ultimately lost 3-0. And of course, Maddie Barone of Silver Lake pitching a no-hitter through 5 innings until Caitlin DeCapua was able to reach base on a hit in the 6th inning of that game. Milford, of course, walking away with the 11-inning victory. Meanwhile, DeCapua able to work the first walk of the game against Saxon Bresnahan. And for the first time all day, Milford has their leadoff batter on base. Megan Jakes now at the plate. She takes a pitch. Real tough pitch right at the bottom inside corner of the plate for strike one. Really nothing Jakes could do but let that pitch go by. Here's the 0-1. This one lifted foul. Jakes very quickly in an 0-2 hole. Megan Jakes, a solid season, batting .383 through the first 20 games of the year, but takes a swing at a pitch well up and out of the strike zone for the first out here in the fifth. And Milford will use a pinch hitter with one out here in the bottom of the fifth inning as Maddie Bonvino comes to the plate in place of Jenny Levine. Jenny Levine taking just one at bat on the day. She struck out looking back in the third inning. So Coach DeVito doing everything he can to try to spark some life into this offense. Trying to get something out of the freshman, Maddie Bonvino. She takes a look at the first pitch. It misses for ball one, so this now puts a trio of freshmen in succession in this order. Maddie Bonvino in the 9th spot, and then back up to the top of the order, and Kate Irwin and Emily Pierre-Gustavo. Good fastball gets past the bat of Bonvino, and it evens the count at a ball and a strike. Caitlin DeCapua remains at first base with one out in the inning. The 1-1 hit hard but foul. One ball and two strikes now the count. Bresnahan ready into her windup. Here's the pitch, too far inside. The count evens up again now at 2-2. The next pitch hit on the ground slowly to the pitcher circle. They go the sure route to first base to get the second out of the inning. 3-1 on the ground out. 1-3 on the ground out. If that one had been hit a little harder, perhaps Bresnahan would have taken a look down at second base to try to at least cut down the lead runner, if not start a double play. But it rolled out there so slowly. Smart move to just get the out at first base. It does put a runner in scoring position for the Scarlet Hawks as this pitch now gets away from the glove of Angelina Avatable, and that allows Caitlin DeCapua to move up to third base. The first Milford runner to reach third base all day, and it comes here with two outs in the fifth inning. Kate Irwin trying to find a way to get a hit here and produce Milford's first run. A swinging bunt attempt that rolls foul. Irwin more of a slash hitter, similar in style to Jenny Levine. One ball, one strike, two outs in the inning. The next pitch on the way, and another foul bunt attempt. Kate Irwin with 8 hits in the regular season in 20 at-bats. She had 1 RBI. She would love to deliver her second run batted in of the year right here, but down in the count 1-2. The next pitch, Irwin swings away and lofts it foul over the backstop. Irwin trying to hang tough. Shadows now creeping out from the first base side onto the playing surface. As we've reached 5:30 in the afternoon. Another 1-2 pitch and a hard ground ball to shortstop, played cleanly. The throw to first base is not in time and a run scores. A slow roller out to shortstop. Emma Kimmel doing everything she could do. But terrific speed out of Kate Irwin. She's able to beat it out at first base for the infield RBI single. And Milford is finally on the scoreboard. It is now 4-1. Kate Irwin delivering an RBI in her first career playoff game. She is now at first base for Emily Pierre Gustavo, also playing in her first playoff game of her high school career. Down in the count, 0-1. The runner takes off for second base as Emily Pierre Gustavo skies that pitch foul and out of play over towards the football field. Emily has struck out swinging and popped out foul to third base. And she is down in the count here. No balls and 2 strikes with 2 outs. Getting a few words from her head coach before stepping back into the box. Bresnahan's 0-2 pitch, and it's up high. And a nice job by Avatable to pull that one down, preventing it from going to the backstop. It holds Kate Irwin at first base for now. And a 1-2 pitch on the way to the plate. And a late swing and another high fly foul ball out of play to the left. Milford making Bresnahan work a bit in this bottom of the 5th inning. Plating a run, trying to keep the line moving. Another 1-2 pitch, and it's up high, a bluff partway down the line from first base for Irwin, but she retreats to the bag. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs in the inning. Bresnahan's next pitch and a hard line drive, but foul. All day long, you've seen these Milford batters trying to get the timing down on these pitches from Bresnahan. We've seen a lot of hard hit balls, but few of them have stayed in fair territory. And now timeout granted. Another 2-2 pitch and a high fly ball, but again foul down the left field line. A very similar at bat to what we saw out of the elder Pierre Gustavo back in the first inning. Trying to find a way to keep it fair and get it down for a hit. Another pitch from Bresnahan, and it's up and away. And another start and stop at first base for Kate Irwin. And a big pitch coming up, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Irwin will be on the move on this next pitch. Chatter from both dugouts. Here's the payoff pitch, and it's low for ball 4. What an at-bat for the freshman. Back-to-back freshmen coming up big here. Kate Irwin with the RBI infield hit. Now a 2-out walk for Emily Pierre-Gustavo. And it gives Milford a chance to bring the tying run to the plate. And none other than the captain, Taylor LeBrun. The Quincy infield talks it over before LeBrun steps into the box. The best offensive inning of the day for Milford. Now sending their 6th batter to the plate. Milford grinding out 2 walks in this inning to go along with the infield RBI hit. And now a chance for Taylor LeBrun. She's had a tough time catching up to the pitches of Bresnahan so far. 2 strikeouts. Takes a look at the first pitch inside for ball 1. And so the mental toughness now of Saxon Bresnahan getting tested really for the first time in this playoff game. Ready with her 1-0, and it's a line drive out to deep left field, back to the wall, and it is gone! A 3-run home run for Taylor LeBrun that ties this game up at 4. A 1-0 pitch, and Taylor LeBrun lines it over the left center field fence, and it is a brand new ball game now. The captain stepping up in the biggest moment. 4-4, we're all tied up. The Milford bench elated. These are the kind of moments where you need your big players to step up. And Taylor LeBrun, who has done such an excellent job of leading by example throughout her high school career and throughout this season as captain, steps up and delivers a 3-run home run to tie this ball game. The base is empty now with 2 outs for Milford's fellow captain, Allie Pierre-Gustavo. She sends a hard ground ball to third base, a nice snag by McDonald. She throws to first base for the out that ends the inning, but not before Milford is able to grab 4 runs in the inning. Kate Irwin, an RBI infield single, and the 3-run blast by Taylor LeBrun, and it is now a 4-4 tie between Milford and Quincy. Much more to come here in this playoff action, which we're happy to bring you here on Milford TV. Just when things were starting to look bleak for the Lady Scarlet Hawks, a huge 2-out rally in the bottom of the 5th inning. The freshmen setting the table, Irwin and Pierre-Gustavo and Taylor LeBrun. The big blast in the inning, a 3-run home run, and we're all tied at 4 as Kelly Reichert returns to the mound. So far pitching an inning and 2/3 of scoreless relief, allowing 1 hit with 2 strikeouts. Facing batters 8, 9, and 1. Dana Varmamudi leading off the 4th inning with a double. She came around to score the 4th Quincy run. At the time, it gave them a 4-run cushion, but that cushion now erased. A hard ground ball to the left side. A nice job by Jill Powers to keep that ball on the infield, but it will go as an infield single, the 2nd hit of the day for Varmamudi. Doing good work out of the 8th spot in the lineup. Now Reichert will face Kate McGahee with a bunt attempt on the first pitch. Sends it foul right to Coach DeVito, poised outside the third base dugout. McGahee was able to produce a successful sacrifice bunt in her last at-bat, looking to do the same thing here. Milford has the infield in at first, second, and third. Only Jill Powers remaining deep on the infield. The count now 0-2. McGahee struck out in her first at-bat, so officially 0 for 1. Reichert's 0-2, it's outside. Milford with a defensive change in the outfield, we will tell you after the next pitch, which is in for a called strike 3. McGahee down on strikes for the second time this afternoon. The third strikeout for Reichert. 1 out here in the top of the 6th. Maddie Bonvino remains in the game. She now plays left field. Sliding over from left to center is Kate Irwin. Back up to the top of the Quincy lineup, Alicia Walker takes a called strike 1. She drove in a run with a single in her last at bat. A 2 for 3 day atop this Lady Presidents lineup. The pitch swung on and missed. Walker chasing an outside pitch from Reichert. Nothing into the count. The next pitch on the ground to third. DeCapua will go to second base for 1. The throw to first is wide of the bag, but Ali Pierre Gustavo able to get a piece of it to slow it down and keep it just a few feet behind the bag. A dangerous throw to even attempt. There was really no chance to get the runner at first, but a good job by DeCapua to cut down the lead runner, Varma Moody. She is out at second base. Walker reaches on the fielder's choice. A runner at first base with 2 outs and no doubles screamed from the third base dugout by head coach Steve DeVito as Angela McDonald steps to the plate. It's been a good day for the Quincy third baseman. She started off this game as the second batter in the first inning, driving a home run over the straightaway center field fence. Came through with a single in the second inning. One ball and 1 strike the count. Walker, the runner at first base. The next pitch low. It skips away from LeBrun. The runner was off with the pitch. And Walker into second base easily. Two balls and 1 strike. Kelly Reichert back on the pitching rubber. Ready with her next pitch. It's swung on and missed. A few weeks ago, we had a chance to talk to Coach DeVito about the contributions that the freshmen on this roster have made. He had high praise for all of his freshmen, and they have their hands all over this game. The freshman Reichert in the circle right now, ready with the 2-2 pitch. And close, just missing. A ball high, and that fills up the scoreboard. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs in the inning. Milford tying this game up at 4 in the bottom of the 5th. Reichert trying to keep Quincy off the scoreboard here in the 6th. A big pitch on the way. Here it is. And it's a line drive out to left center field. That drops in for a hit. They will wave Walker to the plate. She will score without a throw. A 2-out RBI single for Angela McDonald, and it puts Quincy right back on top, 5-4. So the wild pitch proves to be big in the inning that allowed Walker to get into scoring position. So Quincy able to respond. And now a pitch hit hard on the ground, but snagged by Reichert in the circle. And one pitch, and Saxon Bresnahan is out number 3 in the inning, but not before. A 2-out rally for Quincy allows them to retake the lead 5-4 over Milford. On to the bottom of the 6th inning we go here on our coverage of Lady Hawks softball in the 2015 MIAA playoffs right here on Milford TV. Milford forced to play catch-up once again as Quincy was able to grab a 2-out run in the top half of this 6th inning, retaking the lead 5-4. Maggie Farrell leading things off in the Milford half of the inning. Farrell 1 for 2 in the game with a double in her last at-bat. The 0-1 pitch, and it's popped up. Again, foul and out of play. Every fan and every player fully engaged in this game. Lots of chatter from the benches, a lot of cheering from all fans here in attendance. Some Quincy fans in the mix making the long drive in. It's an 0-2 count on Farrell. Saxon Bresnahan's next pitch is a line drive out to center field, off the glove of the center fielder, Kelly. It rolls all the way to the fence, rounding second base, digging for third is Farrell. The throw is going to be late, and Farrell ends up at third base to lead off this 6th inning. A key error to lead off the frame. Emma Kelly had that one in the glove, but it bounced out, rolled all the way to the fence. It's the first error we have seen all day from these teams. This one coming at a crucial moment. It allows Milford instantly to get the tying run to third base. And all kinds of options presenting themselves now for the Milford offense. Jill Powers now at the plate, only needing to drive a pitch reasonably deep to the outfield to tie the game. Instead sends a sharp ground ball foul wide of third base. Jill Powers in search of her first hit of this game this afternoon. She popped out to left field in her first at-bat, popped out to second base with Farrell in scoring position to end the 4th. Here's the 0-1 pitch, and another hard line drive foul. Powers hitting these first 2 pitches of the at-bat very hard, but sending them foul down the left field line, and now down in the count, 0-2. An 0-2 pitch on the way, and another hard foul ball. Saxon Bresnahan with her pitch count mounting as we get deep into this game, having to throw a lot of pitches in the bottom of the 5th. Now back out there for the 6th. Another 0-2 pitch on the way, this one up and away. Reeled in by the catcher, Avatable. One ball and 2 strikes with no outs end the tying run at third. And this pitch hit hard on the ground to shortstop, bobbled there by Emma Kimmel, and the tying run will score, and reaching safely at first base is Jill Powers. Even once again, 5-5. the defense getting a little sloppy here for Quincy in the 6th inning. 2 errors now in the frame, and Milford able to tie the game back up 5 apiece. An error out in center field, allowing Farrell to get to third base. An error at shortstop, allowing the run to come home. And Milford now setting their sights on taking their first lead of the day. With Jill Powers at first base, no outs in the inning, and now Caitlin DeCapua coming to the plate. And it was Caitlin DeCapua who started to put the wheels in motion last inning for the rally, leading off the bottom of the 5th with a walk. And after a strikeout by Megan Jakes and a ground out by Maddie Bonvino, the rest's history. But the first pitch, it's popped out to shallow center field, but back deep was Emma Kelly. This one drops down for a hit. A gift single for Caitlin DeCapua. And the Quincy defense really starting to buckle under the pressure here in the 6th inning. That one will go as a hit, but just a lazy pop-up, barely reaching the outfield grass. It should have been caught. But instead it puts the go-ahead run at second base. Still no outs. And now Megan Jakes showing bunt. Goes for strike 1. Jakes 0 for 2 with a ground out and a strikeout. Offers and misses, still showing bunt. And she is quickly down in the count, 0-2. The Quincy infield in tight. We're tied at 5. Milford with a rally going. A line drive foul down the left field line. That's been a similar refrain today. The bunt off with 2 strikes. Jake swinging away. The count remains 0-2. Here's the pitch, up high. Both of these teams giving it their all here today, looking to move on to the quarterfinal round. And timeout granted at home plate. The winner of this game will face the winner of Oliver Ames versus Silver Lake. Another 0-2 pitch. That misses. A 1-2 pitch that misses. That evens the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Jake's hanging tough. Here's another 2-2. Fouled off. Saxon Bresnahan was in full cruise control mode through the first 4 innings. Just 2 hits sprinkled in. But it's been a different story here in these last 2 frames. The next pitch, it's up, and the count runs full. Three balls and 2 strikes, still nobody out in the inning. 2 runners on base for Milford at first and second. As this pitch is hit on the ground to the circle, the throw to third base, they're able to get the force out there, just barely. It was a slow developing play. Jill Powers was off with the pitch, but she is out at third. The lead runner erased. Caitlin DeCapua moves down to second base with Jake safe at first on the fielder's choice. So once again, Milford with runners at first and second, now with 2 outs. And a swing and a miss out of Maddie Bonvino, now taking her second at bat since entering this ball game. She was sent up as a pinch hitter for Jenny Levine last inning. She grounded out to the pitcher circle. Swings at that pitch and sends it foul off towards the parking lot, narrowly missing a vehicle. And Bonvino down 0-2. Milford presented with a golden opportunity to take a lead in this inning. Getting the tying run home. Just 2 batters into the inning on back-to-back errors. They had runners at first and second with 1 out. They're there with 1 out. As Bonvino protects the plate and sends a pitch foul to the backstop. Kate Irwin cheering on her teammate and fellow freshman from the on-deck circle. Another foul ball. Bonvino trying to get a hold of one of these pitches from Saxon Bresnahan. Bresnahan back in the circle, into her windup, the 0-2 pitch, and another pop foul. Bonvino not giving up without a fight. Facing another 0-2 pitch, this one up and away. Bonvino does not chase. Bonvino batted .350 through the regular season. Played in 17 games, had 40 at-bats in the regular season, and takes a called third strike. A pitcher's pitch, just grabbing the inside edge. So Bonvino down by way of the K. It's the 9th strikeout for Saxon Bresnahan. Now trying to preserve this tied game situation as she gets set to deal with Kate Irwin. Irwin up there looking to slash, takes strike 1. The speed of Kate Irwin key in Milford getting back into this game. Here's the 0-1 pitch. It skips away, and that will allow both runners to move up. A wild pitch for Bresnahan. DeCapua moves up to third. Jake's down to second. And the go-ahead run now ever so close. Here's the 1-1 pitch. A swing and a miss. Another tough situation for Kate Irwin. Down 1 ball and 2 strikes with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th inning. The next pitch on the way, and it is swung on and missed for strike 3 for the out that ends the inning. Milford leaves 2 runners in scoring position, but they do tie the game up once again. And as we head to the 7th inning, it is Milford 5 and Quincy 5 here in coverage of the Division I South MIAA playoffs, brought to you here on Milford TV. When you think about playoff games, you think about a game with every bit the intensity that this game has provided this afternoon. We remain tied at 5, now into the 7th inning, as Kelly Reichert delivers in strike 1. Quincy bringing up batters 4, 5, and 6 in this top of the 7th inning. Angelina Avatable leading it off. The next pitch from Reichert, and that's foul down the third base line. It is a 1-ball, 2-strike count. A little bit of miscommunication on the scoreboard, but now everything's sorted out. 1-2 the count to the first Quincy batter in the 7th inning. Avatable 1 for 3, a double back in the first inning. She has struck out looking and has popped out to third base since then. Here's the 1-2 pitch. It's a high fly ball out to left field. Tracking it back is Bonvino, in and out of the glove. It is a fair ball, and extra bases for Avatable as she winds up at second base. That ball landed in foul ground, but touched in fair territory by Bonvino, who couldn't squeeze it. And it was Quincy errors that led to Milford tying the ball game in the bottom of the 6th. An error by Maddie Bonvino, opening the door for Quincy here in the 7th. It puts the go-ahead run in scoring position with nobody out. A courtesy runner once again instituted by Quincy, as Lucia Buzzle will trot down to second base in place of the Quincy catcher. We saw error-free softball through the first 5 1/3 innings. But 2 errors for Quincy in the bottom of the 6th led to a run. Now an error on the Milford side to lead off the top of the 7th. Now here is Nicole Jorgensen, who sends a high fly ball out to center field. The catch made by Kate Irwin, tagging up and moving to third base is Buzzle. One out in the inning, the go-ahead run now at third base. A good charge put into that ball by Jorgensen, but staying in the ballpark for Irwin to make the catch. But again, a key situation here now for Madison Synan, batting with the go-ahead run at third base. Just 1 out. The first pitch misses for ball 1. Everyone defensively trying to stay focused. Here's the 1-0 pitch. It's hit on the ground to the pitcher's circle. Throwing to the plate is Reichert, and they get the out at the plate. The potential go-ahead run cut down at home on a nice play from Reichert to LeBrun. The courtesy runner, Lucia Buzzle, trying to time that run to home, but giving Reichert a chance to throw to the plate to get the easy out. 2 outs now in the inning. Safe at first base on the fielder's choice was Synan. And the big plays continue on this afternoon. And no one happier than Maddie Bonvino to see that run cut down at home. Ball one issued to Emma Kelly. Now a ground ball to shortstop, fielded cleanly by the shortstop, Jill Powers. The throw to first gets there in time for the final out in the top of the 7th inning. Quincy cannot score. Could Milford walk off with their first playoff win here in 2015? We'll find out as the bottom of the 7th unfolds next here on Milford TV. We have seen a little bit of everything through the first 6.5 innings of this ball game. Home runs on each side, big plays on each side, players stepping up in key situations. Emily Pierre-Gustavo leading off the inning with a bunt attempt, but she sends it hard right back to the pitcher's circle. And it turns into a 1-3 ground out to lead off the inning. Pierre-Gustavo trying to catch the defense by surprise, but that one bunted right to the pitcher. Could we see another walk-off win for the Lady Hawks? In our coverage of the team this season, we have already seen 2. A 10-inning walk-off win against Franklin, an 11-inning walk-off win against Silver Lake, a fellow Patriot League team to these Quincy Presidents. Taylor LeBrun at the plate now with the biggest hit of this game in her last at-bat. With 2 outs in the bottom of the 5th inning and 2 aboard, she launched a 3-run home run that at the time tied this game at 4. A home run here would deliver a victory. The count now going to 2-1. The 2-1 pitch on the way, a swing and a miss. Chasing a high pitch was LeBrun, and now the count evens at 2-2. The next pitch. Breaking ball that misses low. Silver Lake enjoys a 9-2 lead over Oliver Ames right now, so on their way to a first-round victory as Taylor LeBrun swings and misses. Strikes out for the 3rd time in the game, the first 2 outs recorded here in the 7th, and it will take something from Allie Pierre-Gustavo, or else we will head on to extra innings. Pierre-Gustavo takes the first pitch low for ball 1. Of course, one of those walk-off wins back in the regular season came courtesy of a walk-off home run by Allie Pierre-Gustavo. The deciding blow in the victory against Franklin. She jumps ahead in the count, 2 balls and no strikes. Hitless on the day so far is Allie Pierre-Gustavo. Here comes the 2-0 pitch. Upstairs. Bresnahan pitching very cautiously to Milford's leading hitter with 2 outs and the bases empty. Three 3-0 the count. Here's the pitch. Pierre-Gustavo taking all the way. She takes strike 1. Here comes the 3-1 offering, and it's hit in the air out to left field, but not deep. Underneath is Varma Moody. She makes the catch. It looked good off the bat, but did not travel. A fly out goes for the final out of the inning, and this first round playoff game will head into extra innings. On to the 8th we go, tied at 5 between Milford and Quincy, here on coverage of Milford High School softball on Milford TV. bonus softball here in Milford into the top of the 8th inning now. Kelly Reichert will face batters 8, 9, and 1 for the Quincy Lady Presidents, as Dana Varmamudi swings at an outside pitch for strike 1. Varmamudi with hits in each of her last 2 at-bats, a double and a run scored in the 4th, a single in the 6th. 1 ball and 1 strike now the count.
I'm good. You can leave it with Tim. Tim's behind the backstop.
And this pitch tapped foul off the plate.
Yeah, just leave it all with Tim. No, behind. How'd you miss him?
One ball, 2 strikes to the first batter here in the top of the 8th. And that pitch just misses, a borderline pitch. 2-2 now the count. Reichert looking to keep the leadoff batter off base to start this inning. The next pitch, hard on the ground, underneath the glove of Powers at short, out into left field. And Varmamudi with her 3rd hit of the day. A leadoff single. Kelly Reichert has been in this game since the 4th inning, taking over for Allie Atherton. Showing bunt is Kate McGahee. She sends it foul. McGahee has struck out looking twice. She did deliver a sacrifice bunt back in the 4th inning. That led to a run. Shows bunt again, pulls the bat back and takes a ball. Once again, the infield in tight, particularly at 3rd and 2nd. They come charging in on another pitch that misses. 2 balls and 1 strike now the count on McGahee. Batting with Dana Varmamudi at first base and nobody out. She gets the bunt down, a slow roller, bobbled by DeCapua. But that one hitting the bat, a foul ball. Two balls and 2 strikes the count. The fans hoping for an out call on that last play. And Coach DeVito urging the fans to stay quiet behind the plate. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Very close. Just outside, and the count fills up. No outs in this inning. Here's the payoff pitch. Offering it, that one was McGahee. She sends it foul over towards the first base dugout. That may have been ball 4. It looked low. Another 3-2 pitch upcoming. Varmamudi was not off with the last pitch. Again, she holds, and the pitch misses for ball 4, framed by LeBrun. A very close pitch. A couple of close pitches in that at-bat, neither going Reichert's way, and the first 2 have reached here for Quincy in the 8th. And a full conference taking place in the pitcher circle now. Coach DeVito out trying to keep his players calm.
You do have sound on it? Okay, I was going to say, you got to be careful.
It's the first walk allowed by Kelly Reichert since entering the game. Allie Atherton had allowed 2 walks over her 3 1/3 innings. Trouble brewing for Milford here. They had an opportunity to walk off with the win in the bottom of the 7th, but went 1-2-3. And now Quincy has opened up the top of the 8th inning with a single and a walk, putting the go-ahead run in scoring position with the dangerous top of the Quincy lineup. Now upcoming, Alicia Walker, who has reached base 3 times today. An infield single and a run scored in the 2nd, an RBI single in the 4th, reached on a fielder's choice and scored a run in the 6th. Swings at the first pitch, hits it hard on the ground, snagged by DeCapua, but she can't do anything with it. Everyone's safe and the bases are loaded. DeCapua having to lay out to snag that ball, had no chance to get to her feet and throw to first or second, tried to just blindly swipe a tag, hoping that she could connect with the runner heading to 3rd. But Varma Moody getting in there safely, and big time trouble now for Milford as the bases are loaded with nobody out. First pitch strike issued to Angela McDonald. She has 2 runs batted in this game, 1 on a solo home run in the 1st inning, 1 on an RBI single in the 6th. A 3-for-4 day out of the number 2 spot. Lofts a little fly ball out to shortstop. Backpedaling was Powers. She makes the catch. And a big first out in the inning. Quincy unable to score on that shallow pop-up on the infield. But still a long way to go. The bases are loaded now with 1 out for Saxon Bresnahan. Quincy's leading hitter in terms of batting average on the regular season. She has been relatively quiet in this game. She did have an RBI single back in the 2nd inning. A 1-for-4 day overall. Starts off with a called strike 1. The 0-1 pitch. The umpire starting to go up with the arm, but pulls it back down. A 1-ball, 1-strike count. Reichert has not gotten the benefit of those outside pitches to these righty batters here in this top of the 8th inning. Here's the 1-1. It's chopped foul over towards the 3rd base dugout. And Reichert would certainly enjoy nothing more than to earn her 4th strikeout of this relief appearance right here, right now. About to deliver a 1-ball, 2-strike pitch to Saxon Bresnahan. Here it is. It's a hard ground ball. They'll get the out at second base. The throw to first, and it's an inning-ending double play. It went off the glove of Reichert, but deflected right to Emily Pierre Gustavo, who swipes the tag on the runner heading to second base, and the throw to first completes the 4-3 inning-ending double play. How about that? We head to the bottom of the 8th inning, still tied at 5 here on playoff coverage of Milford High School softball on Milford TV. What a huge double play turned by the Milford infield to conclude the top of the 8th inning. Quincy with the bases loaded and nobody out, but they cannot score. And Milford trying to ride the wave of momentum they just created defensively here in the bottom half of the 8th inning as Maggie Farrell leads it off and starts off ahead in the count, 2 balls and no strikes. We continue to see just unbelievably big plays. Will we add a walk-off hit to that list of plays we've seen on the day today? Milford hoping to provide it here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Maggie Farrell in the driver's seat in this at-bat now, 3 balls and no strikes. She reached base on an error and scored in her last at-bat. Takes all the way and takes a called strike 1. This is a spot we've seen Maggie Farrell thrive in before, these crucial extra inning at-bats. Here's the 3-1. It's up and away for ball 4. The winning run aboard to lead off the 8th for Milford. Now here's Jill Powers. She also reached on an error in her last at-bat, part of back-to-back errors from the Quincy infield back in the 6th inning that helped Milford tie the game at 5. Powers a wild swing and a miss on the first pitch for strike 1. Now Powers showing bunt. She gets it past the charging third baseman. It rolls out into deep short, and everyone will be safe. Had she sent that one on the ground, it likely would have been an out at first base, but the line drive bunt got past Angela McDonald, who was charging in from third. And the result is a bunt single that pushes the winning run into scoring position with still no outs. And we'll see now if Caitlin DeCapua will be showing bunt, trying to push that winning run to third base. Instead, she swings away and pops it foul out of play. That one narrowly missing a group of fans that had taken their eye off the field of play. Our good friend George Sorial amongst those fans nearly struck. No balls and 1 strike, 2 aboard for Milford here in the 8th. DeCapua thought about it, but held up the swing. And the count even at 1-1. Whichever team advances from this game today will already know who they will be facing in the next round, as Silver Lake walked away with a 9-2 victory over Oliver Ames. They move on to the quarterfinal round. So it will either be a battle of the Patriot League between Quincy and Silver Lake, or it will be a rematch of the epic 11-inning game we saw in the regular season between Milford and Silver Lake. It's a 1-ball, 2-strike count now on Caitlin DeCapua. She's reached base in her last 2 at-bats. A walk and a run scored in the 5th inning. A single in the 6th. Here's the 1-2, it's inside, nearly hits DeCapua. Somehow she gets out of the way. And the count evens at 2-2. DeCapua digs back in, ready to see the 2-2 pitch from Bresnahan. It's a hard ground ball to short, in and out of the glove of Kimmel. The throw to third base, out of the glove of McDonald, and everyone will be safe. It will be the second error of the day on the shortstop, Emma Kimmel, in solely for defense today. the bobble. She then rushed the throw to third base. McDonald couldn't squeeze it, and Milford with the winning run at third base with no outs in the inning. And now Megan Jakes at the plate. And the first pitch inside, nearly hitting Jakes, and what a way for this game to end that would have been, forcing in the winning run on a hit by pitch. Instead, it's ball one. Jakes hitless so far, and she hits a pop-up out onto the edge of the outfield grass. Kimmel makes the catch. Milford certainly not taking the chance with that shallow a fly ball. Jakes is out number one. So each team with a bases loaded, no out opportunity here in the 8th inning. Quincy could not cash in on their chance. Milford hoping to not suffer the same fate. They have the bases loaded now with one out. And another chance for Maddie Bonvino. She is 0 for 2 since entering the game. Takes the first pitch inside. Bonvino up now. Kate Irwin on deck. And the 1-0 pitch lifted in the air, out to right center field. It lands for a hit. Coming around with the winning run is Maggie Farrell. It is a walk-off win for the Lady Hawks as they defeat the Quincy Lady Presidents in 8 innings by a final score of 6-5. A looping line drive for the freshman, Maddie Bonvino. The outfield playing shallow. That one landed in between Emma Kelly and Kate McGahee for an RBI single. What a contest between these two teams this afternoon. Quincy holding a 4-0 lead deep into this game, but Milford scratching and clawing their way back into it. They tied it at 4, tied it again at 5, and finally here in the 8th inning come through with the walk-off victory. So Milford advances to the quarterfinal round in these MIAA playoffs in the Division I South bracket, where they will indeed match up for the second time this year with the Silver Lake Lakers. The Lakers only with a single loss in this 2015 season, but that loss came right here on this field. Losing to Milford in the regular season, their rematch will take place in Silver Lake coming up on Saturday. And two teams with very different emotions on the field right now. The Lady Hawks elated out in left field, coming through with the victory, and a very difficult loss to swallow for the Quincy Lady Presidents. A terrific effort all the way around today. But they lose this game. Milford advances on, again winning this game by a final score of 6-5. But that will wrap up our coverage for today. All kinds of heroics for Milford. Of course, you have to look at the 3-run home run for Taylor LeBrun. Also, Kate Irwin, a key hit in that inning in the 5th to lead to the rally. Tying it up again in the 6th inning, and finally the walk-off hit by Maddie Bonvino, the freshman. All of the freshmen with such huge roles in this game. Kate Irwin, Emily Pierre Gustavo. Adding Maddie Bonvino to that list, Kelly Reichert also in relief, getting the victory as Milford advances in these playoffs. No big deal, you're here in your first ever high school playoff game. You're not even starting the game. You come in as a pinch hitter, you end up there in the 8th inning, and you get the game-winning walk-off hit. What was that feeling like?
It was amazing. I couldn't believe it. I really couldn't. I was in shock for a little there.
And it was just another in a line of big moments for your freshman class here today. What did you think of your other teammates stepping up along with you today?
Oh, they're amazing. We honestly could come back from any game. They're hard workers. We're all team players, and we all just enjoy the game. We truly enjoy the game.
Was the atmosphere of this game, were the emotions of this game any different for you guys personally than the regular season, or were you able to just kind of keep an even keel?
I think it was both. We were a little on edge at first because it's a playoff game, you have to be a little on edge. But as the game kept going, we did it like any normal game. You have to play like it's any normal game, and I think we did that.
Another game against Silver Lake coming up in a couple of days. What do you think about facing that team a second time?
I think we can do it. We'll bring it.
You've been kind of the captain on this team that has really sort of kept the ship afloat. I've seen that a lot of times out of you this season when emotions have been riding high. You've been the one to be the calming presence out there, and you step up in one of the biggest situations in the game and come through with that hit. What does that mean to you personally to be able to do that for this team?
I mean, I'm just so happy that I was able to come through, especially like as a leader on this team. I was so happy, and the fact that the girls got on base before that motivated me to get that hit as well.
You had a lot of freshmen on this team come through with big hits and also a big pitching performance from Kelly. What did you think of the underclassmen?
I couldn't be more proud of them. They've come so far since tryouts. They've really broken out of their shells, and they've meshed in well with us. I couldn't be more proud of them.
You've got a rematch with Silver Lake coming up in the quarterfinals. I don't know if that's breaking news, but they had a big win today. So what do you think going up against them again?
I mean, we beat them once. We can do it again. We're ready.
This is a very tough Quincy lineup. They did a lot of damage in the regular season. What was going through your mind through those innings of relief, just trying to hold them down as best you could?
I was just trying to pitch strikes, work the outside corner, and try to leave them not hitting.
This was a big day for the freshman class here on this team. What did you think of both you and Kate and Maddie and all of the other freshmen that really contributed big roles in this game?
It was awesome getting out there and having all 4 or 5 of us out there, and I love playing with them, and I was so excited for all of us to get out there.
It wasn't really looking too good about midway through this game, 4-0. You had to lift Atherton out of this game probably a lot earlier than you thought, and then all of a sudden things turn around. What was that kind of roller coaster ride of emotions you guys faced today?
It's just a gutty team. They've just got a lot of grit and a lot of fight, and they're not going to quit. They never quit. They don't know how to quit. But it's not about what has happened, it's what is to come. And that's what we continue to tell the girls is turn the page, move forward, continue to battle, continue to have good at-bats, and eventually something's going to fall your way. And, Kate Irwin with that slap, getting things going. Kate in the Capital leads off with a walk. That's going to go unnoticed, but that's big to chip away there, get a run, get some confidence in the rest of the team. And obviously LeBrun's home run. But, there's some other plays in this game that, in my opinion, girls their age, you don't see them make them very often. Emily Pierre-Gustavo, bases loaded, ground ball to her. She's got the awareness, the game mentality to tag and throw to first base. A lot of girls will try and throw the ball home. There may be even seniors in college that are trying to make that play, throw the ball home, but she recognized it, makes the play, we're out of the inning. Maddie Bonvino against one of a great pitcher, by the way, from Quincy. She's fantastic. Bases loaded, pressure situation, put the ball in play. She hits. Go right down the board. Kelly Reichert coming in, freshman pitching. Your upperclassmen are making plays all over the field, and I'm just proud of them as a team. It was a team win today, and now we've got to move forward. I think Bill Belichick says it on to the next team, and from what I've heard, it's potentially Silver Lake and another matchup with them. And in order to be the best, you've got to beat the best. So continue to work and move forward.
It is definitely Silver Lake. They beat Oliver Ames today 9-2. So you guys were able to get the better of them in 11 innings here at home. You face them on the road coming up in a couple of days. So what's that mentality like heading into that game?
No change. It's another team. Go out there, play our game, play hard. Play Milford Scarlet Hawk softball, and keep playing until they tell us you can't play anymore. And that's going to be our mentality. And we tell our girls every single game, and they have the same feeling that every night out, who are you playing? Team USA. Every night. It doesn't matter if it's a team that doesn't have a great record or a team that does. You've got to have that mentality. You're playing the best team on planet Earth, and that's just going to make you better, make you play up to your standard, and that's what we'll do. We'll come back tomorrow, practice, have a good one, quick one, and be ready to go Saturday.
Just want to ask you quick about your captain, Taylor LeBrun. You mentioned the home run, but really, when things weren't looking your way through a lot of this game, she was the one that was able to really turn things around with one swing of the bat. And I mentioned it to her in her interview. She just seems like she's been that player on this team that's been able to, even when things aren't going right, she's the one that kind of just puts her head down and does what she needs to do to get the team back into it. What are your thoughts on the leadership and then stepping up in that kind of a moment?
Well, she's a great leader, but I will tell you that I believe there are 14 girls on this team, not just Taylor, that have that type of leadership mentality. And, Taylor does a great job today. I believe it was 1 for 4 with 3 strikeouts and a home run. Okay, perfectly fine. That home run it did the damage right there, but that's that mentality. It's not worry about what has happened. It's worried about what you can do in the moment, and that's what she does. She lives in the moment, and proud of her and the way she leads this team. Ali Pierre-Gustavo, too, is a captain, great leader today. Up, getting the girls ready to go, and it was just an exciting day all around. But that's exactly what it was. It was an exciting day, and we're moving on to Silver Lake now.